We got an extended first look at Starfield, and is this what No Man's Sky should have been? It's Fallout in space. It's the most ambitious game ever made from Bethesda. Epic role-playing game in space. Exploration is huge, and this is where, do you trust Todd Howard or not? He says there is 1,000 planets to explore. Will those planets actually have things to do? Quest lines, new enemies, new aliens? Or will they just be kind of blank planets where you don't really want to travel and see them? Very, very curious. Now, you start on a mysterious moon on Crete early in the game. You do have control of flying ships. You can fly ships throughout the galaxy, and you can get into some incredible aerial combat. It seems that you have a robot friend. You can see your health, ammo, and grenades all there on the HUD. And your CO2 counter, I'm curious what your CO2 counter really comes into play. What does that mean? It seems that enemies won't always attack you, they'll run away. And then you can just see the entire vista of this planet. Now, will we be able to get to every single mountain range on a planet? Will there be any out of bounds? Will there be traversal of vehicles? Now it looks like you do a third person look over the shoulder, or first person, depending on what you like, which you've seen from Fallout and other Bethesda games. And that was interesting because the character kind of showcased their gun, pointed their gun at those aliens, and they ran away. So I wonder if there's some sort of intimidation factor or way to scare off enemies instead of fighting. So here you can scan different areas on the map, and this is very No Man's Sky, right? You're mining for different minerals, probably to build stuff, probably for resource obtaining, probably for achievement purposes. So that's even like, it looks exactly like No Man's Sky. And then you see the Crete Research Lab, where you are trying to infiltrate, and we do know the Crimson Fleets are here. You can see that gravity shift. I'm curious if there's going to be a gravity shift on different planets. That would be really cool. I'm hoping. The weapons look really fun to use, and we saw some combat, which was great. We saw some lockpicking. Lockpicking looks like something brand new that we haven't really seen before. So I really like that type of lockpicking. Looks like you're trying to match the lines with the gap. So it looks kind of fairly easy, but wondering if it's on like some sort of timer. And this is where the game kind of didn't sell it to me. The combat looks a little meh. I mean, the weapons don't look like they pull a punch. The AI looks kind of dumb, and we do know the AI isn't the strongest when it comes to Bethesda games. Fallout, Skyrim, Dishonored, Prey, the AI isn't their strong suit. So like, I hope the AI gets a little bit better from what we've seen here. They just look like they're just standing in the line of fire, not really doing too much. I hope there's a stealth element to this. I really like how you could jump and then like kind of burst jetpack through gravity so you can get to different areas. We got a look of New Atlantis, which is the hub of the game, which is where you can do most of your stuff. New Atlantis reminded me of Mass Effect, that place where you just kind of have your hub for everything. The graphics just look dated, and compared to Unreal Engine 5, which we have out now, it's not as polished. It does look like the watch in this replaced the Pip-Boy from Fallout, so some resemblances to there. So your mission is to find these artifacts scattered around the galaxy to unlock the secret. So it really looks like a very much Outer Worlds vibe to it. Now, another thing that kind of didn't sell me is the way characters look. They kind of have that stiff facial expression where nothing really moves on their face other than their mouth, and their eyes are just kind of lifeless. So we know Bethesda kind of has this with their graphical engine. I just hope they can really hone in on making these characters look a little bit better, because the atmosphere looks fun. I want to explore these areas. But if all Bethesda games kind of have that same feel, Fallout, Skyrim, Dishonored, Prey, just in new areas, like, are we going to get bored and tired of it? Is there going to be some sort of loss of stamina in this? Because if it feels very much like Fallout, just on different planets, what's keeping me engaged in this? So you can sign up for different factions, and I'm unsure if you can sign up for multiple factions in one playthrough, or you have to choose. And if not, then that replayability is going to be very high. Which quest lines do you choose? Are you good or not? Is there a Paragon meter? Can you morally alter the game somehow? So it does look like replayability is going to be very high, just like in Fallout, just like in previous games. Character creation looks very intricate, which I really like. You start out with 3 starting skills that change your story, they say. So again, replayability. You have these unique traits that have advantages and disadvantages. So you can see a couple of them: diplomat, explorer, gangster, homesteader. There's so many different ways you could choose, and how far does this list go, and how much is it going to change? So I think that's really cool, the traits you can choose: kid stuff, terra firma, starter home, spaced. So it looks like the customization is very, very complex. And we saw the skill tree, and you can rank up your skills by completing different challenges and quest lines that they have. Hopefully you can rank up all of them, because I'm going to want to be great in every single skill I can, but you can also rank up your weapons and mods. You can build your own outpost. Now this is where we're getting into a lot of Fallout look to it, where you can build an entirely your own area, your own outpost, I think on any planet. I guess we'll find out when it comes out, but again, it's going to take resources to build that. You got to find those resources. It's a lot, but a lot of people love these type of things to spend hours and hours. I would rather than focus on the storyline and the customization and even the graphics than kind of being able to customize my own outpost. So I don't really care about that, but I know a lot of people do. Now, one thing that's really cool is you can customize your own spaceship. That is awesome. You build your own spaceship, choose your own crew, choose the layout, and it will also change the speed of it and how the ship performs. So there's a complete area where you can customize your own spaceship. That's absolutely insane. The mass of the ship will change. So this is going to be a meaty game. And was it too much for them to handle? Did they bite off more than they could chew? Outpost customization, character customization, skill trees, ranking up weapons and mods, 1,000 planets, factions, different quest lines, having consequences. If they can actually pull this off, then I think that we have the best game of the year. We could have possibly the best space game ever made. And now here you have you flying the ship that you just built, which is absolutely incredible. But when you explore those planets, is it RNG? Do these planets just kind of build on their own? Or are they already pre-developed? I'm very curious. Will my planet A be the same as your planet A? I don't know. I would be also really cool if this was online, if you can like have space battles online and see how my ship performs with your ship. That would be really cool, and getting to explore the online planet world. But there's no indication this is going to be online, because it'd be awesome to be like, hey, let's jump into my ship and let's explore together. It's going to be on Xbox Game Pass, which is absolutely huge. I mean, everyone in the world is probably going to try this game. How could you not? Everyone's going to be so curious on the actual open worldness of it and how much customization we truly have. Todd Howard, I hope this becomes a reality, but from previous announcements you've made, a little skeptical, but I'm excited. So that is everything we know about Starfield. Tons of gameplay footage was revealed. Again, kind of a mixed bag. The AI, not the best. The graphics look to be need improvement. But the exploration, the ability to build ships and colonies, that is really incredible. And if there is a high replayability value of it, especially with the creating your character, that is something to be excited for as well. Now, we do know Bethesda often overpromises what they can give. Is this going to be another example of that? We have yet to see. But let us know in the comments what you loved most about Starfield, what you're excited for. Are you going to put 500 hours into this game, or is it just going to be a one playthrough type thing? Like, subscribe, share this out to friends and family. We're trying to grow this community up, and join our Twitch and our Discord, links in the bio down below. I'm Josh. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time.